And if I engage China now, I will have to engage the 5 others. It would be something like a scramble there. Because if China concedes to one, Philippines, it has to concede to the others. And what will now happen to our general claim of being the economic zone belonging to my country? That's a problem. So it's about time, either in the bilateral or in the plenary, I should be bringing this important matter to the surface so that we will know when can we be safe in traveling the China expansive, because they have claimed it now, and I'm sure that Trump now is busy talking about, it's all bustering. The real reason really is geopolitics. Nobody wants a war. I am very sure of that. China does not want it, because if there is a bomb drop somewhere in Korea, it will be a meltdown for the rest of Asia and Southeast Asia. It's all geopolitics. The name of the game is, but if not maybe handled properly, politics, political power of a country, and the military might. Might is right. Right is might. It could change the whole geographical situation. Geography is always dependent on how the powers of that era handle themselves.
And one follow-up, because you will meet President Xi in APEC, and after APEC you will meet our Chinese Premier Li Keqiang here in the Philippines.
Yes.
And it's his first time to pay an official visit to the Philippines. So I would like to know, like in 1 week you will meet the top 2 Chinese leaders. So how do you see the future between our 2 countries?
Look, we are all for a peaceful negotiation. It's always a mouthful of leaders saying rule-based, and the UNCLOS prescribes a peaceful resolution of conflicts of nations. We will stick to that. We are friends with China. May utang na loob tayo. At one moment in our life, or the lives of the Filipinos, they were there to give us the arms when we had none, and we are fighting it out in Marawi. These are the things that we cannot forget. But these things should not be used as not really a pawn, but as a bargaining chips on what is the greater interest of Southeast Asia, and more particularly, the higher interest of our country. Iba yung, nagpapasalamat ako sa iyo. I do not deny that. But let us be clear on what we intend to do here, because eventually it will affect the entire Philippine archipelago. Now remember, I said it's geopolitics. But the larger portion of that really is, there are so many military installations, and the islands are equipped with batteries. Ito man yung mga missiles and everything. They're all there scattered, and Vietnam has one. I said there's an overlapping claim of territory. Taiwan also is claiming the northern part, which will result in a very serious quarrel with us. And on the southern part, you have the Indonesian government also claiming, and the southern western part would be Malaysia. Singapore is, and Brunei, seems to be nonchalant about it because they are sure of their boundaries, and they do not have the slightest interest to use sea power. But ours is strategic in the sense that facing all the armaments there and brothers, we have the ace, and the ace is Palawan. You cannot sink an island, but I can always blast you off if you are there on the open seas. And that is why, let me just be frank with the Filipinos now. They say the Philippines is strategic in the sense that there is the South, which is racked with insurrection, extremism. So you have to take care of, you can just imagine, I don't know, I hope it would not, but if there is a change of geography or whatever development there, Australia will be an isolated island. If we cannot have the control of the ships here, the Malacca Strait, it is to the advantage of Malaysia, Philippines, and the United States to see to it that the Moluccas, which connects to the Sulu Sea, to the Indo-China passage, from the Indian Ocean going in. Yun ang what makes the Philippines very strategic is really Palawan. It faces the China Sea, and it is one huge battleship which you cannot sink. Tama?
P. Renada of Rappler.
Here.
Good afternoon, sir.
Are you with Rappler still?
Yes, sir.
Rappler ka, no?
Yes, po.
Good.
Sir, can I just go to my question first? Because you're expected to meet U.S. President Donald Trump for the first time in Vietnam. So first question is, what are your expectations for this first meeting? And second question, what are the issues you plan to raise with him during your bilateral meeting, whether in Vietnam or here in Manila?
Well, number one is always trade, because that is the very life of nations. Then we will discuss extremism, terrorism, and third, maybe sa bilateral, they might want to ask a very definitive position of the Philippines vis-a-vis with China. Yeah. And to all of these things, I would just say that we all hunger for peace. And if we can talk about it in a very civilized manner, I would be glad to participate in the discussion.
Sir, just to clarify the point about China, you said you wanted to discuss with President Trump their position vis-a-vis the South China Sea
Yes,
dispute?
of course.
What exactly will you tell him? What would you want to impart to him about this issue?
China?
To Trump, sir, yung China issue with Trump.
Well, my response would always be based on what they have agreed on. I think they are meeting ahead, and we will wait for the results. And I will be in a position to give him at least a balanced answer.
Sir, are you going to
I am not, the Philippines is not beholden to anyone. The Philippines is a sovereign state. I will not allow anybody to impose anything on my country. I will listen to you. But if it is not to the best of interest for my country, I will ignore you.
Sir, just again,